everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for April 20th, Tuesday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a time for change call tomorrow night, Wednesday, at 9 p.m. Eastern, and a reverse aging call on Friday of this week on this line at 9 p.m. Eastern. Once we move ourselves through the blocks, so to speak, we melt those away. You've heard people, there is nothing you cannot do. If you can imagine it, you can do it. That's not even debatable. And we all are capable of being, doing, and having anything that our heart desires. But we've gotten waylaid into the external world and succumbed to believing certain things about ourselves that are absolutely untrue. When we can quiet the negative mind chatter and let our hearts be the real guide, the quieter that we are, the easier it becomes to hear where the highest divine inspiration is showing us where to go. Paradise is not somewhere that we need to map to reach. We are in paradise. We have only fallen asleep. All that is needed is an awakening, Osho. See, we've fallen asleep on a lot of things. Not a bad thing, we just have fallen asleep. We all kind of live in cages of some type, shape, or form. And we do that to ourselves. When we feel disconnected from our spiritual nature, anything or anyone can feel like a prison. You ever felt like that? And perhaps our physical bodies, financial situation, emotions, relationships, or even our own limiting personality can make us feel stuck and trapped. The good news is that whatever cage that you are locked up in actually does have a key. And that key is sitting there, resting inside the lock, ready to be turned when you've had enough suffering and are ready to set your spirit free once again. Now, turning your key simply manifests on its own after understanding a few basic principles about what real freedom is and what it is not. Being totally wild and absolutely free is not some radical, rebellious, or disrespectful approach to this life. It is also not about conquering some controlling authority out there who is dictating the rules on how we should and shouldn't live our lives. We don't need permission from anybody else to manifest the life that we want to create. Real liberation in this life is not a pushing away to find freedom from someone or from something. It's more peaceful than that. It's about finding that which is already free inside of us to be. Do and believe whatever we want. Real freedom is about recognizing how you already are the final word and ultimate authority of your life. It is knowing that what you honestly believe is what becomes real. And this is the end truth and final reality. There are nearly 8 billion different realities on this planet right now. And you are one of them. And the moment we choose to believe, we can be a wild, fully self-expressed, fun-free being, is the exact same moment we realize that we already are the absolute final authority of our lives. And the truth is that we are already constantly, this is the crazy part, we're already constantly manifesting everything in our lives. Wherever we place our attention, doesn't matter what our attention's on. When we place our attention for an extended period of time, is where our energy flows, and what we create, move energy into form, create in reality, manifests. We already are one with the great God source. That always has been, always will be. And it is creating everything around us through us. And our greatest freedom comes from understanding all this. I believe that's probably one of the biggest deficits of the civilization, is that we don't understand it all. And surrendering to this truth and feeling how it shows up in everything we do, every action we take in this life, is an expression and extension of our consciousness. Whatever you are feeling about yourself and this life is emanating energy out into the world around you. Nothing and no one is separate from each other. We are all impacting each other all the time. By becoming more sensitive to this truth, it becomes obvious how our own limiting beliefs are imprisoning us and stopping us from living the amazing life we were all born to live. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Dalai Lama, the real one. The greatest transformations in this life often show up in the most subtle and gentle forms. It is vital that we first see where the prisons exist in our lives and understand how each one is sustained by us each day. And in order to demolish it from our own minds, initially we may not see the prison walls around us because we are so used to them. You have prison walls around you in this life, and they fade away because you get so used to them, because you don't even notice that they're there. And these individual cell bars are all the limiting, skeptical, doubtful, and negative beliefs we carry each day. It is a long, compromising list of constrictive ideas that we tell ourselves who we are and what is possible to achieve. To give yourself permission to be totally wild and absolutely free starts with actually choosing to finding and releasing every limiting belief which you are clinging to that makes you feel not so expansive and free. Seek out those heavy negative thoughts which you honestly feel are true and real about yourself, yet also make you feel sick, stuck, heavy, and very unhappy. So you seek out your heavy negative thoughts, which you honestly feel are true and real about you, yet also make you feel sick, stuck, heavy, and very unhappy. Let them go, because they're just ideas which no longer serve your greatest good. They don't. They don't serve your greatest good. This may sound ridiculously simple, yet when you reach down into the core of you, you'll find that the truth is that you are the God source itself. Now, some people are afraid to go there. They're afraid to discover who they really are. So you find that you are the God source itself that was making up all the rules as you go. And that is all there is, all there will ever be, ever, beyond, and forever. When you are ready to empower yourself and manifest the most amazing life, you'll discover this truth. And then life just naturally becomes easier, more magical, and amazing. Now, in order to stop being attached to all our limiting beliefs, we must leave behind all beliefs to be free. Let go of all of our disappointments, hopes, and fears if we want to truly start living, because attachment to any belief will create some form of future suffering. Guaranteed. We choose to leave behind all the beliefs to be free is to let go of all of our disappointments, hopes, and fears if we want to truly start living, because attachment to any belief will create some form of future suffering. We must choose to live this life, as if everything could end tomorrow, and also be this eternal spiritual being who knows that nothing could ever destroy us. This is your life, right in this now, each of us. So it's highly suggested to live it to the max. You don't know exactly how long you're going to be in that body. This universe has given each of us a mouth to smile with and a body to enjoy. Don't waste a day that you are here on this beautiful planet. Go outside and live your life totally, fully, and truly. See if you can feel what it's like to be totally freed from the good and bad opinions of others. See if you can do this, truly, through the heart-mind. Because for this next several days of your life, imagine how it might feel in your body to be completely, truly, and honestly free from everyone's thoughts, opinions, and judgments of you. No matter what anyone says. It could be your mom, your dad, some stranger. Does not reflect in any way who or what you are at all. Can you imagine being that way? Okay? You realize that the divine infinite spiritual being is beyond all thought and concepts completely. This is a non-attachment to others' opinions of you. It is one of the most self-loving, natural, and honorable ways we can all live each day. This is the golden key that turns the lock to realizing at the core who and what we are is already a powerful, divine, magnificent spiritual being. The spirit and soul, who we really are, in essence, is already always free. It's never not. Take the risk to get to know your basic spiritual nature. Feel the essence of your infinite spirit inside. This is something that cannot be contained, imprisoned, nor taken away by anything or anyone in the outer world. Cannot be taken. Realizing this is real freedom. And the spirituality and being spiritually free and feeling is our natural state of being. All exploration and expression from this place is the most loving act we can give to ourselves and others. The full expression of our real spiritual nature is the deepest gift we can give, as it is the greatest honoring of who we truly are. Now, some of us might think that, becoming a wildly liberated human being is not the top priority on our to-do list this week. Yet, if it's not in there somewhere, you definitely aren't going to enjoy doing anything on that list of yours. Without wild freedom, your entire life becomes a chore, a burden, a heavy job that must be accomplished just so that you get your wants and needs met. If you don't stop this nonsense and turn that golden key to unlocking spiritual freedom, you will miss out on the main core purpose of your life, which is to enjoy the short time you are here and alive. Why do you think the archangels are constantly giving us those messages? It is only by experiencing truth on your own freedom, happens. Freedom is the fragrance of the experience of the truth. Osho. So the first basic step to freedom is learning how to continuously let go. Continuously. Not intermittently, not once in a while. Continuously let go of what others think of you 24 hours a day. Or what you may conjure up what you think others think of you. This means releasing what you think your immediate friends, family, coworkers, and lovers think about you. Honestly, do you know exactly what goes on in their minds? When you drop what you think their opinions are of you, you can actually release whatever your opinions are about you. As long as you are attached to what anyone thinks about you, you'll never be able to be totally free from what your mind thinks, believes, and perceives about you. We all know, it'd be great if everybody on planet knew, eventually they will. The mind is like a judgeaholic. It is always judging, comparing, labeling something or someone, and then changing its mind again and judging again. The mind is a genius and creating all sorts of fanatical, exaggerated opinions, beliefs, and stories. So when you understand this truth, it's easy to totally let go of what others think of you, for their opinions will always change. This creates a space inside you to think outside the box and believe whatever you want to believe about who and what you are. This is a spaciousness. It is the very source of your greatest freedom. Give it a shot. So step back from your thoughts, for they are all borrowed ideas from other people anyway. They're borrowed ideas from other people. Truly, your thoughts. Deep down, this life is more humorous and ironic than we realize. We are creating all of our suffering and joy all day long, every day. We are. We are responsible for it all. And the irony is that each day along this lifelong journey, at the very core of our being, is a river of perpetual, loving, creative energy, overflowing with deep, healing peace. We don't have to go anywhere to find it. All we simply need to do is sit, become deeply relaxed in the body, train the mind to not cling to any thought that arises. It may take some time to relax the body. Some people are so constricted. Even when they think they're relaxed, they're constricted. But for some, it may take some time to relax the body to be truly cling-free and deeply find peace. Yet doing so, you will experience your soul essence and the spiritual nature. This is nothing more important, and there is nothing more important that you should be doing with your life. Finding you, finding the God within you, releasing all the crap that we have a tendency to hook onto. Then the more often we practice being at peace with what arises in the mind, the easier it becomes to experience every ordinary thing in this life as divine. When you really, 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 really understand, God follows us wherever we go. Whenever the mind clings to something extra important or special, notice this with awareness and don't push it away. Don't label anything as bad, wrong, or a problem. If you do, this in itself will become what's blocking you from feeling an enlightened, liberated state. Just welcome all thoughts with great curiosity and explore what is beneath each one. You'll see that there is nothing there. Each thought is recycled information gifted from the outer world that we shouldn't take personally at all. At all, at all. If you want to get down to the core of you, ask yourself some deep personal questions. What hole inside you are you trying to fill? Where do you feel trapped in your life and why? Write them down. Write down these questions and end your answers. Make this a 20-minute enlightening exercise that gently opens the door to your soul. When you discover where you feel trapped and empty, you'll see why you're clinging to those things that you cannot let go of. This understanding is the most important next step of your wild journey coming ahead. You could call it a battle, conflict, challenge. But the real battle is won when we see that there are no real enemies out there, and that the only real enemy is the imaginary one within our own mind. This realization is a sacred path of our enlightenment, and finding our inner wildness within is the bridge back to our spiritual essence, simply because our spiritual nature is wild, free, and untamable. Expressing this wild spirit within ourselves awakens us from the almighty ego trip we are on. It unlocks the door so that we can step into the vast universe and deeply take care of our wounded selves in the most sensitive, loving, and healing ways. When we discover this connection to our real spiritual nature, we will instantly see how every human being is a soul and a spiritual gift to our lives as well. From this place, each person we encounter becomes the source of more love, joy, and inner peace in our lives. When we give ourselves permission to feel spiritually connected when amongst others, we truly become the wild, unstoppable, free beings we were born to be. We no longer feel wounded, avoid others, or resist letting ourselves be nourished and loved. We start embracing the divinity that we all actually are. The more we practice feeling into this spiritual connection, the better life feels and the more real our divinity becomes. And understanding that you are a spiritual being, period. There's no argument. Although maybe the ego mind might want to argue with you about it. When you understand that you are a spiritual being, you realize there is nobody to fight with or against anymore. You see everyone as your friend and greatest teacher. When we can live 24 hours of one day knowing that we are all sacred, divine, spiritual beings that will never, ever die, we will stop suffering absolutely, completely. The fight will end with others and within ourselves. We can all then realize together that we are the ultimate authority of our individual realities and capable of creating heaven any moment we want or desire to on this earth. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing, it's like this can become automatic for all of us. The first thing we do, whenever, is relax our bodies. What do you think it'd be like to be in a total state of relaxation? You could be walking around on this planet. It's not like you're in a daze, staring off into oblivion. It means that you're just relaxed. You're viewing things from a whole different perspective. Just like your body. You, through others' thoughts, create things that stress the body. Now, a lot of us don't realize it because we're so used to it that we just absorb it. It's like a super magnet that we are, and we just bring this stuff in. So the body becomes stressed. Eventually, stress starts to destroy the organs in every part of the body. Eventually, it will. It is the number one culprit to biological breakdown in our bodies. Stress is. And stress comes from what? Illusion. And what's the illusion? The illusion is that we believe, so therefore we create. So if we believe something is bad, we're going to create it, and it's going to be bad for us. And worry and fear. And understand, you will never have courage until you first have fear. Nobody who has expressed courage in any situation, they didn't do it because they were in courage immediately. They did it because they were first in fear. This is where fear plays an important role for all of us if we're able to use it in a constructive way and understand ourselves. It's just like your body. You understand your body, and the body, it should be in a relaxed state at all times. So you work on it. It's fun. Head to toe, inside and out. Let go of anything only you know that doesn't serve your greater good. the sorrow, anguish, worry, stress, hatred, anger serve your greater good? So you just let it all go. And guess what? The body will reciprocate. It will just loosen up and relax. Head to toe, you'll feel it. When your body is totally relaxed and you're moving around, let's say, you're more in an energy of the God you are. You aren't you're just not interested in what others think or how people view you or whatever. You know? It's a joy, our inner peace. So when you relax, you move into the now. The now is the space between heartbeats. Moment to moment. It is really all we do have. We create our futures only in the now. Our pasts are long gone. They used to be the now. Past experiences and circumstances. They're inert. They're gone permanently. The now stills the ego and the mind and the subconscious mind. How does it do that? You leave it. That's how you still the mind. You leave it. You watch it. You watch it with the God that you are. You watch the mind, the ego, and subconscious mind, and you see how they operate. It's fascinating. I'm not saying that you can just, anybody can just snap right into it and be a master of it. But as you practice it, you will continually gain more understanding of it all. Now, some of us, we all have memories. Memories are great. We reminisce and, oh, that was a wonderful time. But we don't visit. It's not like we carry them and visit them every day. We have them. It's great that we have them, They're in our subconscious mind, so we pull them out. We go in the library there and we pull them out and we reminisce with them, and then we move forward. Some of us, though, will go in the past, which is like an elephant graveyard. If you've ever seen one, look some pictures up on the internet. And you see how dank it is, and all these carcasses, and these elephants are all, dying and dead, bones, and it's all kind of misty, smoggy. But we'll go back there. Some of us will go back there, and we'll stay there so long, going over our past, that, and it's not, I don't think we know it. We're not really aware of it, but we'll end up dragging it into a future that doesn't exist, and we create the future from that past, and we relive that past and that future. That's why so many of us will question ourselves at times in this life by saying, why does it seem like whatever I do, however I do it, it seems like I always end up here? And that's why. They went in that past, they stayed there too long, and then they ended up reliving it. Ooh, that's not fun. Some of us, we dream. Dreams are great, connected to the imagination. Imagination has no limits, only those you put on it. So you dream, and you wonder. Wondering is great, too. But wandering, a lot of us will go into a future that doesn't exist. We wander around, and we keep asking ourselves, when is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? When am I going to have this? When am I going to have this? Why is this happening to me? Why is that happening? So how do we stay in the now? Our breath. Because we all wander. We do. We wander off. Different thoughts aren't even ours, but we do. We're still the same. We wander off into these thoughts. And so how do you stay in the now when you wander off? You wander off of these thoughts. The great thing is that you're consciously aware that you've wandered off, and you focus on your breath. So when you focus on your breath, you're in the now. Always, 3,000% of the time. You ever find yourself wandering off a subject in the now? You focus on your breath, you're in the now. And our breath is absolutely divine positive energy. Why? Well, for starters, it sustains a vessel that houses the kingdom of God. And we know without the breath, even though the soul powers the body, if you didn't breathe, the body would cease. That's how divine it is. It focuses us, relaxes us, eases us, strengthens us. So it's very powerful. So when you wander out of the now into thoughts, sometimes you don't even, what the heck? Focus on your breath. You'll be in the now every single time. You do this while you're walking around, doing things, whatever. So remember, your body is completely, totally relaxed. A bomb would go off and you wouldn't even be stirred. And you're watching the body with your God, with the God that you are. You're watching your body. You see how relaxed it is. And your heart mind, your ego mind, your subconscious minds, you're watching all this go on. It's very, very enjoyable to do this. And you notice that the center of your body has these really multicolored bright wheels of light that go up right up the center of your body from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your head. These are energy vortexes. We all know them as chakras. And they're connected to all of our organs, biological. They're connected to all of our emotions. And each one has an assignment to literally be connected with certain parts of our, certain organs, and certain emotions in our bodies. We notice that there is an energy running through them, and we're like perpetual energy fountains. We have the God force love light energy flowing through our chakras, and it comes up top of the head, crown chakra, and it folds right back down, and through the coccyx, through the tip of the spine, all the way back up again. This is perpetual, constantly doing this. This is called the aura. The aura are multicolors, beautiful, vibrant light, coming from the chakras and our God within these bodies. Okay? And the chakras identify areas of which we're learning, which is an orange color, areas where we have learned and are advancing more with ourselves. This is the indigo wheel of light chakra, the ajna. All of these are they have cameras that will literally take pictures of your aura, and you'll see the different color variants, and it connects right with these etherical energy points, your chakras. They aren't just for entertainment. So we watch, and we learn about ourselves. We start with the red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara. This is our survival. It's our career, our money mindset, our sense of belonging. It's our feeling of being in the now. And it's connected right to our spine, rectum, legs, arms, and circulatory system. And you know why it gets blocked? You know, our survival gets blocked? It gets blocked by fear. Because fear is controlling us in this situation. We aren't controlling the fear. We aren't directing the fear. We aren't utilizing it. Then we move to the orange wheel of light. This is the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This is our pleasure center. This is our pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It's our sense of abundance, our well-being. Reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, and immune system. And our pleasure is blocked by guilt. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light. This is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is our personal power and our ability to channel. It's our ability actually to be confident through the heart-mind and in the flow of our lives. Self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. So many of us have a very low self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Only because of illusions. Physical association, our central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, and skin. Then move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. This is our ability to love. Relationship, self-acceptance. It's our joy, our inner peace. Physical association with the chakras, our heart, thymus, lower lung, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This is our ability to communicate. Self-expression of feelings, the truth. Connected to our thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. You ever notice how somebody's respiratory, as they start to breathe, they breathe heavily or they start breathing sporadically? It's usually because, and you're asking them questions to tell you the truth, and they're getting more and more flustered. It's blocked. Throat chakra. Our truth is blocked by lies. And move to the indigo wheel of light. This is the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This is our ability to focus on and see the big picture. It's our intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. And physically, it's connected directly to our pituitary gland, our eyes, and sinuses. Then we move to the crown chakra. And the indigo, the Ajna, our insight, is blocked by illusion. Illusion. Then move to the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara. This is our direct connection fully to the divine, to the God that we are. Very top of our head. Emotionally, it's our inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality, our pure bliss. Physical association, pineal gland, brain, nervous systems. So we've taken these two energies, our divine positive energy, our breath, and our God force love light energy, and we move them, and we watch as these omnipotently powerful energies go all the way through these chakras, our chi, our ki, and all come right to the top of the head. And we hold those. We compress and condense them. And we hold them for maybe 3 seconds. We are God. We are love. And we are one. And in that 3 seconds, we compress and condense those liquid energies into pure, omnipotently powerful liquid energy. And we release it over our pineal glands. Pineal glands are really important for us while we're in these bodies. They are the gateway. When they're fully functioning, they're the gateway to all the particles of existence. We would then discover we could travel at a blink of the eye to any place, anywhere that we could imagine. So when we release this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over our pineal glands, which none of us really have fully healthy, functioning pineal glands. We will, though. And you can see your pineal gland however you view it, your heart, mind, motion picture. I see it as a rosebud, a green ball. And when I release this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it instantaneously turns into a massive, fully bloomed rose with massive, multicolored petals shimmering in a multitude of color mist and sending waves out that literally saturate me head to toe, inside and out. And the fragrance is just indescribable. It's so phenomenal. And it's almost like you become overwhelmed at first, because this energy that this rose bathes you in, you go into such a deep, eternal peace, love, gratitude. You're filled with it. And you then discover that it's you. You're the rose is you. And your bliss goes through the roof. And we're all consciously aware that we're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And these bodies that we're in, heart, mind, ego mind, subconscious mind, the soul, the spirit, the higher self, the God, the pure consciousness, all one. We are literally heaven on this earth. Soul's the heaven, body's the earth. Every step we take, we're creating paradise. And we're shining our God Force Love light energy everywhere. So it's not like a floodlight or flashlight. It goes everywhere, 360 degrees around us. We are sending this light everywhere. Flooding, saturating, bathing all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. And all of our brothers and sisters, head to toe, inside and out. It doesn't matter if they're awake or asleep. Flooding everything. And we are parts of the one. We are part of the collective consciousness. Some of us are asleep, just dead asleep. Others of us are waking, and others of us are awake to a certain extent and continue to awaken. We reach out to the parts of us that are awake. So, all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. We have a God planet that glows. And you have nearly 8 billion gods. Eventually, all of us will be flooding our light 360 degrees of deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. So we're a God paradise planet that glows, that can be seen from anywhere, felt from anywhere. heard from anywhere. So they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yella, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. And the archangels. Civilization, it vibrates a different frequency than our civilization. We don't see them like we see each other. We meet them all the time. And when we do meet them, it's not like hi, Angel, how you doing? It's usually after we've met with them, it dawns on us. We have to get this feeling from our hearts. That just wasn't a regular conversation. It was a conversation with an angel. What was the message there? And the message that they continually give us all in many different ways is, it is absolutely spectacular to be alive in these bodies. It is phenomenal. And a little bit of the bliss within us bubbles to the surface. They can surround us in the tens of thousands because their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. Said masters, they've mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, hold pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into physical form, are mastering physical form. We are creating our experiences so we can perfect our creation. And we're fortunate enough to learn enough while in these bodies about ourselves. We will not follow the light because we will know that we are the light. So we reach out to all the light energy beings and all that there is ever has been out there, ever, beyond, and forever, yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, in the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this now. And they come in the Gogaplexes. One Gogaplex fills this entire universe without any space to spare. They come in trillions of Gogaplexes from trillions of universes in every direction. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, the galactics, celestials, yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're kind of familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Sirians, Feline, Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Grades, the Draco, the Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. And they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they, in uncountable numbers, are with us now consciously. Call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation. Now, they come in the trillions, shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen before. As a matter of fact, we only see 1% of that which is. And the ones that we're kind of familiar with, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they are with us now consciously. And we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. Where does this light come from? It comes from our God within us. It comes from the God force, love, light, energy. And we're shining it out. And it is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It'd take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system alone just to come close to it. And we're flooding all life on this planet, on it, in it, above it, below it, with pure, deep, eternal love. All of our brothers and sisters in the universe, eternally, perpetually, no stopping. It's constant. It's always. And we begin to levitate above this planet. As we do, we come into direct contact with a massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. And it's flashing multicolored lights everywhere without fail. These colors we've never seen before, they're so vibrant. And we look at the source of the reflections and we see these perfectly etched microscopic mirrors flowing everywhere. And then we discover that we're all teaching each other. We're all students of each other. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we're all students and teachers of each other. We're learning, we're teaching, learning, teaching, teaching, learning. This is what's so fantastic about our journey, our endless journey as divine perfection. we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we're the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with a white fire. This is a column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor. And it emanates from the God Force love light energy within each and every single one of us. And this armor is perpetual. It's always. And nothing can harm us, ever. No demon possessions, no entities, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, no voodoo, no Wicca, none of it can even come near us. Yet, only you, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, your hatred, greed, fear, envy, worry, stress, fear, you will lower your vibrational frequency low enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, allowing all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, send them to pure consciousness where they are gone permanently. We're then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor and restoring our perfect vibrational harmony of the highest and the highest high of deep eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the sun, we're the sunlight, we're the rain, the rainbows, we're the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, we're the animals, we're the trees in the forest, we're the clouds in the sky. We're the sunsets and the sunrises. You're everything. And everything is us. So the next time you see a beautiful sunset or sunrise, it just takes your breath away. You're in total awe. It is because you are the sunset. You're in awe of you, the eternal, ever-present God within you. You're the majesty. You're the divinity. You're the spirituality. We continue to levitate above this planet. Some of us step outside our physical form if we're carrying physical form. Float effortlessly above our bodies. Why do we do that? Because we can. We come in contact with this massive crystalline light tower that we all created. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column, there's this massive oblong sphere with this golden, white, yellow, sparkling bowl of light, and it's surrounded by several, uncountable, there's so many, rings of light around it. And they're all shimmering different colors and all sending waves of saturation from head to toe, inside and out to all of us. And the golden white yellow ball of sparkling light, that is pure, deep, eternal love. And then comes gratitude, well-being, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance, exuberation. It's endless, and it's us. It's a reflection of us, period. At the top of this crystalline light tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, flooding, saturating all of us from head to toe, inside and out, with deep, pure, eternal love. You can feel it. All you have to do is relax your body. You'll feel it continuously. And the love that you are will bubble forth. Now, we're drops of this golden ocean. Plus, we all hold the essence of this golden ocean. Ocean is drops, and drops are the ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at that center circle. We all created this sphere over 3 years ago. It holds well over 1,300 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Hundreds of millions of us on and off planet, all gathered, all parts of the collective consciousness, all gods, of the greatest intent of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace, in the full liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation. It cannot not be a paradise. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify. This is why it continues to expand. And this is why it continues to flood all of us. And the deepness of the understanding that we are all divine perfection. That which is within us is immortal, never dies, is always. Always. When a man is born, he is tender and weak. At death, he is hard and stiff. When things and plants are alive, they are soft and supple. When they are dead, they are brittle and dry. Therefore, hardness and stiffness are the companions of death. Softness and gentleness, the companions of life. When an army is headstrong, it will lose in battle. When a tree is hard, it will be cut down. The big and strong belong underneath. The gentle and weak belong at the top. Lao Tzu. I join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose, an easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. Choose to trust the light that is coming into each and every single one of us, as well as the cool, wet nutrients soak into your roots. Allow both light and dark, and they will provide you with the most healing, nourishing, grounded stability. This is why the caribou and the wolf are one, for the caribou feeds the wolf. But it is the wolf that keeps the caribou strong. We are all one. And we are choosing to go within, to discover the God within us, and stay with the God within us. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and following morning. We'll return here, April 21st, 2021, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. And tomorrow night, Wednesday, our Time for Change call. And Friday, our reverse aging call.